and tell people you were here, and tell people that you were part of the fight to make change. A lot of people think, well, pot's legal. There's no reason to be here. Still can't smoke a joint in public. How many of y'all got a joint on you? Well, make sure you fire it up and put some smoke in the air for the people that can't be here. And remember that there were people that never made it this far, that fought real hard to get where we're at. I don't come out here and do this for me. I hate this, actually. I stress over this. I was scared to death that nobody would show up. And I was afraid that thousands would show up.
Free the weed!
The reality is that we're going to have the largest impact in Ann Arbor that they've seen in months. Because you're all going to go to restaurants and you're all going to shop and you're going to spend money in this town. They may not admit it, but they appreciate us. And the way they show their appreciation is that they don't arrest us and they don't fuck with us. Now, the reality is this: if you parked at a parking meter and you get a ticket, gladly pay it. It was worth $10 to fucking park a block away. Okay? I didn't even bother feeding the meter. Just pay them their $10. But I appreciate y'all coming out. I spoke with the cops earlier, the lieutenant. We couldn't get Lieutenant Dan. We got Lieutenant Paul. But he seems pretty cool. He wanted me to remind you folks, you can't sell anything on the diag. That's university problem policy. So that means you got to give your weed away. That's okay. It's legal to give weed away. Also, I told them we wouldn't do much in the way of a program, because the reality is we're here to protest. There may be some people up here that have a few words and would like to say something. So, being a man of my word, I'm going to let them do that. And I encourage the lieutenant to come up and stop me.
I got encouraged.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm not supposed to be smoking.
Yeah, dude.
But that's okay.
Yeah!
I try not to be rude with someone else. So here's the thing. There used to be a time on the diag when nobody was smoking weed, and you'd fire up a joint, or you do something like this, and the media would just like crowd on the and you get their photo. Well, I've ended up on the front page of the paper with some really good photos. So I'd like to thank all you photographers for making me look good, because it's not all DNA. I do appreciate you being here. I want to ask a friend of mine, one of the few people that Happy Hats Off, everybody! I was trying to give you one. Oh, I didn't see it. No clue. But it's such an honor to see all of you people here for this protest that isn't even happening today. How incredible is that? Awesome. So remember, a lot of people tell me, they say hashtags and celebrations, and I have to continually remind them that it isn't.
That's right.
This happened after John Sinclair got locked up, and then the Supreme Court said the laws were all cruel and unusual, threw them all out, and so the legislature passed new laws. And that's why people showed up here to protest.
Yeah.
And so that tradition carries on. And I don't know who the idiots were who wrote that law that said you can't smoke in public. Oh shit, I was one of those people. Damn, how did that happen? Well, it was a compromise, right? Well, you know what really annoys me is people smoking tobacco in public.
Yeah.
And that'll kill you, but that's legal. And one of the things I learned recently is that, you know, there is no testing for heavy metals and other shit like that for tobacco. That the tobacco companies have an exception, and they put whatever they want into it. But here, if you want to buy cannabis at a retail store, it's all been tested and made sure it doesn't have any of that poison that could kill you. Not that it ever did. My point is that they allow that poison in tobacco. Have we not learned anything? I always thought it was the tobacco that killed you. Well, it turns out maybe it isn't that at all. Maybe it's the poison. Now, I'm not advocating tobacco or nicotine or caffeine or sugar or any of those other things, but I know that when I smoke some cannabis, it makes me feel good. It makes me chill. It makes me enjoy life. It makes me let go of my worries. It lets me be creative. It lets me be not afraid to get up here in Ann Arbor on the diet on the first Saturday in April and yell at everybody, Happy Hash! I've been informed that our hero, Mr. John Sinclair's in the house! And you can give it weed, it's legal now. So feel free. Because of COVID, he might not smoke one with you, so you might need two. I know I stopped passing them around in circles a couple years ago because I got sick so many damn times. But I'll tell you, I never got COVID. And you know, the statistics are showing that people who have cannabinoids in their system are getting less incidents of COVID, and when they do, it's less serious. No, I'm not advocating that you all smoke marijuana, but it works for me.
Yeah, it works for me. Breakfast of champions.
So, without further ado, let me introduce to you the one and only, the man who's here on the West Coast, he's on the East Coast, but he's a Michigander, and he's been fighting the drug war longer than I have. His voice is sore throat than mine. And here he is, the one and only Dr. Detroit! Boy, am I grateful to be with you. I'm loving our connection from the cannabis, from the sacred herb, the weed. We need to free the weed and free ourselves and be free. Push the button and have an attitude of gratitude.
Yeah.
You know, an appreciation for this day, an appreciation to be together as brothers and sisters here on the diet.
Think about it.
No, I think next year's the 50th year.
All right, gratitude for our lives, for the sacred herb. You know, a thankfulness that we here today together in our solidarity. We're leaders of human consciousness and human evolution. We're healing ourselves. We're doing emotional healing. We're healing the inner self so we can have inner peace.
All
Sacred herb
campus
gives
so
us
full of
inner
people.
peace. We're able to handle our lives.
There
We're
must
able
have
to
been
accept what's on our
50,000 people,
plate.
5,000
We're able to not only accept the happy times here at Hash Mash,
This is the deal.
we're able to accept
I got
the
busted.
blues,
I
the
had
sad times, we're able to
and in
accept
that
all of our
chamber,
life,
I
all of our
had
feelings, all of our family, all of our neighbors,
And then I had
everyone,
street
all
lawn,
species.
Colombian
Heal,
gold
love,
in there that I
right?
stole from my dad. I stole it from my
Have
dad.
radical
When I was
acceptance of yourself and life
I
itself,
got one
sacred
gram
herb,
after all these
spiritual
years.
side of cannabis in all of us.
Because I
There's
tell
something
people,
deep in our souls, in all of us. There's psychological healing in cannabis, not just medical.
We got to heal the planet and get along and have a live and let go attitude.
Yeah, the one I spoke.
Accept ourselves, accept life, and have gratitude in your heart. And then you get the words of gratitude and self-acceptance.
So you got vaccinated yet?
No. Love for society. It's a love drug, folks. Free the weed.
I almost went
God bless Dr. Drug.
to Toledo.
Free the weed!
I know, you know what? I made a delivery to Arbor Farms, and there was fucking Arbor Farms people who were getting it in.
I want to introduce the captain of the ship. He wanted to come to all the passengers. This is Captain Kirk. Welcome, Hashbash.
Hey!
Look, man, I like to raise a lot of hell, and I want us to be heard. So on the count of three, I want to hear a big 420. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 420! Good enough for me. Have a happy hash bash, folks. Light up. By the way, my gift to you guys from Paul, the stab's for you.
I spilled them all over the table.
Happy hash bash.
I'm waving my arms and the lady can and then I had you call the partner. Said, okay.
Shit.
How's that?
Mr. Richard Clement. Greetings, weed warriors. All right. Let me ask you something. Hey, give me a W.
W!
Give me an E.
E!
Give me an E.
E!
Give me a D.
E!
What does the spell?
We!
What we want.
We!
What we need.
We!
What the people agree.
We!
To free the weed.
Yeah!
For the jobs we need, because the people agree that the weed shall be free. Let Weed'em ring. All right. Let Weed'em ring from 420 on the Diag to 420 on the Equinox. Let Weed'em ring. All right, people. Hey, this is a long fight. It's been a 50-year fight. We came a long way. And you know, this COVID thing that opened up some doors, okay? I mean, it's all in the spirit, you know. Hell, I got the shots, and hey, if it wasn't for cannabis, I never would have got through this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, hey, got some things going in Lansing. We got some things to do in D.C. We want to, on 3, say free all federal black prisoners. Free all federal black prisoners. Free all federal black prisoners. Free the weed.
Free the weed!
For the jobs we need. Free the weed. For the jobs we need. And the people agree that the weed shall be free. That weed and ring. Thank you. I'm gonna get a hand off the ball here. Atlanta, who we got? So we got Leif El Saidi, a finalist on The Voice, is gonna say a few words. Welcome, Leif. Happy Hash Fest, everybody. So I'm born and raised here in Ann Arbor, and for over 10 years I've been able to play you guys in with the national anthem every year. But you know, this year we're gathered here for this protest, and I want to remind everybody, because some people think this is a celebration. We've made some progress, but until all prisoners in this war on drugs are freed, we haven't done our work. There's many nonviolent people that are in jail right now and have had their liberties taken away and their lives ruined by this totally uncompassionate system that criminalizes and punishes addiction and drug problems. And this is a major issue. So yeah, we've gotten far in this good fight, and there's a long way to go. I think some of us hope for a little bit more liberty with this plant, and unfortunately it's going to be over-regulated like many other things. So we still got to make sure that we fight for the things that are important. One is make sure that we keep our right to grow our own. If it's not free for us and tax-free for us to be able to grow our own plants in our own homes, then we haven't done our job. This can't be left up to the poor quality that is being provided by the legal dispensaries at this point. So, I'm sorry, but I don't have skin in the game, so I can speak honestly, and all of you that love this plant can tell that we don't have the same access to stuff that we did even 5 years ago because of the given system and the fact that caregivers have been shut out. So make sure you speak your mind. Make sure you stand up for the right to grow and stand up for ending the war on drugs. All right, y'all, happy hash bash, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes with the reason for this event, Mr. John Sinclair. So take care, y'all. Stay comfy and stay stoned.
Okay, thank you very much.
I don't really need the
bullhorn, but I'm gonna use it anyways just to try to reach more people. I'm here today not to tell you things that I want to tell you. From me, if I were to speak, I would talk about all the lies that we've been told, all the lies that I've been told since birth. I was lied to by my teachers at school. I was lied to by my parents. So many freaking lies, but the biggest liars are the government. But I don't want to talk about all those lies. I'm here on behalf.
No, if you ain't this high right now, you ain't high.
I want to speak on behalf of my friend Marvin. Marvin has spoken at the Hash Bash going all the way back to 1842.
No, wait.
1492, that's the lie. Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492. Huh, the Chinese were here in like, what year the Chinese were already here?
321.
Yeah. I'm here on behalf of
See what I do for your dumb ass? Woo! Bitch, you crazy! Woo! You crazy as fuck! I'm still running from you right now! Woo! Running on here! I'm good. Comfortable. Very comfortable. Yes, this is.
I can eat the apple while other people are talking, but anyways, I'll just give you a short story. A lot of people want to talk. Inside this apple are cancer-fighting elements. It's against the law to talk about it. If you eat the seeds of the apple, it releases an enzyme which fights cancer. Marvin, when he eats an apple, he eats the whole apple, the core and the seeds. So if you want to reduce your risk of cancer, use marijuana. Mushrooms are cool.
Come on.
I eat the seeds of an apple. Thank you very much. I'm Tommy Spaghetti. Thank you for the opportunity.
Spaghetti!
I'm usually the warm-up act for the Hash Bash, but I wanted to speak to you passionately about. I love you. Thank you very much.
Apples make good pie!
He was interrupted. Some guys
My name is Brandon.
flipping out on
Brando the
something.
Weed Commando from the Daily Dope Show. You guys are out here. You've been coming to this Hash Bash since the 80s. This is never a celebration. We might have had some victories over the years, but the forces that be will always be working against the people when it comes to marijuana. What we have achieved, we achieved a corporate takeover of the growing and distribution in this state. And right now, that corporate takeover that we here at the Hash Bash fought so hard to get is now fighting against us. They're suppressing caregivers in town at the township level now. So if you live in a township and you're a caregiver, you might want to check and make sure they haven't made any amendments to the ordinance that would call you now a home occupation.
Because of this, I have to move out of my township and no longer be a caregiver. I'm not moving out of my township because I want to be a caregiver somewhere else. I'm moving out of my township because I don't want to live where people want to control you like that. Where people want to still act like you're doing something wrong. Even though you fought for, I don't know what, 80 plus years, we fought this.
It'll be colder.
We're still here fighting it. You can celebrate if you want. You can celebrate, you can go to the weed store now. You can celebrate that you can, smoke weed in your basement without the cops kicking the door in. You can even grow your own 12 plants. But just remember that the people that were here way before that, the people that were growing during full prohibition, are the reason why we're here today celebrating anything. Because we are the ones that stuck our necks out to make sure that this weed was legalized. To make sure that the injustice of arresting someone for using this plant was not accepted by society, and we turn that around.
We love you!
We got to keep fighting because we don't have people getting expunged. We don't have, we have caregivers under attack. We have people still getting arrested for marijuana charges in this state, and it's just unacceptable. What did we fight for? What,
For this. That's what
charges for marijuana or any kind of fucking paraphernalia.
We hope that's the case. That's all I got. But go ahead and celebrate, and just keep in mind that it's never over.
To the weed! But what if the fat lady says? Scott, what if the fat lady says?
My name is Bruce the Anarchist Ryan.
It's over with the fat
I'm on the Yippee. I've talked with my men many years ago. I used to be a friend of a guy named Jack Harris. You may have heard of him.
Yeah.
He wrote a thing called The Emperor Wears No Clothes. Good book. And there's an important piece of wisdom that he imparted unto me, which I wish to impart unto you. There is no such thing as a good pot law. There is no such thing as a good pot law. And that doesn't particularly matter what kind of pot law it is, because I can offer you a better alternative. It's called repeal. Go back to the days before Prohibition, when we had no pot laws whatsoever. Repeal. We don't want your stinking pot laws.
I like my pot law.
Thank you very much.
I like it too. You can't get a job unless you make positive. Yeah. You can't work in the police department unless you smoke an ounce every day.
Good afternoon! Take a look around. This is history right here. Today is the 50th anniversary of the hash bag. That's you! But remember, the fight is not over. All politics is local. I want everybody to go home and support everybody on a ballot that they can, that is pro-cannabis. I don't care if they're running for dog catcher, drain commissioner, or just whatever, school board. Start going to your meetings. Start asking the questions. These communities, we need these jobs, we need these taxes. Let's not be here for 50 more years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's supposed to, but he might be.
I'm surprised that
Okay, Kevin, going crazy.
on my retard.
Watch out.